Hey guys, and welcome back to the randomized K-On! Pokemon Team Series. Next up is our month of June. Terrible joke, I know.
F***ing idiot.
June's first Pokemon will be Claydol. That's a pretty okay start. Claydol, I believe, is used more for setup than attacking, but that could still make it tricky to deal with. It is very defensive with about average attacking stats and speed. For level up moves, it does get a few strong attacks, plus the kamikaze attacks if you wanted to go down that route. For TMs, it's pretty good. Ice Beam, Earthquake, Psychic, Shadow Ball, there are some options here. So not a bad start. June gets a bit of a wall for her team. June's second Pokemon will be Electrode. Again, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Electrode's a pretty good electric type to have, even though some AI trainers love to have them blow up. It has phenomenal speed and pretty good special stats, so it'll hit fairly hard and extremely fast. For level up moves, it finally gets a stab attack in Spark. Why it took Game Freak 3 generations to give the Voltorb line an electric attack, we'll never know. For TMs, it's small but serviceable. So not a bad repeat for June. Electrode's definitely usable, especially since it now gets a stab attack naturally. June's third Pokemon will be Swallot. That's an interesting one. It's still not great for poison types like Swallot, but they do have their uses. It has pretty good stats except speed, and it has an acceptable amount of bulk. For level up moves, it gets great stab attacks in Sludge and Sludge Bomb, and the fact that it gets toxic naturally is a pretty good plus since you can save the TM for someone else. For TMs, it does have some variety, so definitely still a useful team member. Swallot is a good consideration if you ever wanted to run a poison type. June's fourth Pokemon will be Breloom. That's a good one. I haven't had much experience with Breloom, but I have heard positive things about it, so don't let its cutesy appearance deceive you. Its physical attack is ridiculous, but its HP and defenses make me believe it's a bit of a glass cannon. For level up moves, it's a bit disappointing on the grass side as Mega Drain is the strongest attack it gets naturally, but for fighting, it gets great attacks in Priority Mach Punch and Sky Uppercut. Plus, if it survives an attack, Mind Reader boosted Dynamic Punch will really hurt. For TMs, it's not great, but Giga Drain and Brick Break for stab should not be passed up. So a great addition to the team. It may look cute and harmless, but it packs a wallop. June's fifth Pokemon will be Absol. This one definitely has a bit of a reputation in terms of the text about it, but Absol is a pretty favorite Pokemon that I've seen used a fair bit. It is very much a glass cannon, so you'd better hope you knock out your opponent in one hit. For level up moves, it gets some decent ones, although having Crunch for more power would be nice. For TMs, it's pretty diverse all things considered. You could have a pretty strong mixed attacker with these options. So definitely a good Pokemon to get. It may not have the most positive information said about it, but much like Breloom, it has excellent power. And June's last Pokemon will be Metacham. I guess that's an okay way to end things. I'm pretty indifferent about Metacham. Don't love it, don't hate it, but I'm sure it has its fans. Its stats are kinda unimpressive. There's nothing here that seems better than above average. For level up moves, it's super that it gets the elemental punches, and High Jump Kick isn't the worst fighting move to have. For TMs, it's okay. Psychic and Brick Break if you want stronger and more accurate stab moves, plus Rock Tomb to counter flying types. So this is definitely not an amazing Pokemon to end on, but it's fairly strong, and again, having the elemental punches, especially naturally, is a big plus. So it's an acceptable end to the team. And that's it for June's Gen 3 team. Overall, I'd call this a pretty big improvement over her previous teams. She got some nice Pokemon given her. As always, please rate, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to come join me on Discord. Consider backing me on Patreon. And remember to stay chilled.